IT enthusiasts. Welcome to another episode of My Computer Careers Get Into IT Live, where we do just that, get into all things IT. Thanks for joining us today. Certainly thanks for joining us on your Fridays, as always. We have kind of a quick one today, but we certainly wanted to touch on a few topics, especially one that's very breaking, to kind of share some information with you. So we'll do so. As always, we have a comment section, so jump in. If you have any questions about what we're talking about, we'll do our best to answer them. We're just going to fill you in a little bit on some breaking IT news and then some My Computer Career news as well, and some things you can look forward to next week in the program. So you probably see this familiar face. I am joined by Patricia. Patricia, you are muted. There you are.
I'm sorry.
And Patricia, obviously, if you've been watching, you know Patricia at this point. She pretty much runs this thing. So how you doing?
Good. I'm doing good.
A little bit of news out there today, huh?
Yeah, woke up to a lot of notifications.
So we sent out, just so you know, we tried to. So there's a global IT outage right now. We're going to talk a little bit about it. We reached out to a handful of folks, just the reporters, experts, to see if they'd like to join us and kind of talk about it. But since it's so new and so breaking, everybody's kind of heads down working on the story. So obviously we get it. Kind of tough to join us when they're working on spreading the information. But this is from, and you can see this everywhere. There's articles everywhere. Ars Technica reported this morning the source of this is a CrowdStrike outage. It's literally creating havoc around the world. It's the largest IT outage in history, is what's being reported so far. And I'll just read you a little bit about what's said here. After cybersecurity firm CrowdStrike shipped an update to its Falcon sensor software that protects mission-critical systems, blue screens of death that nobody wants to see started taking down Windows-based systems. The problem started in Australia and followed the dateline from there. Here's the impact, some of the impact. TV networks, 911 call centers, Paris Olympics, banks' financial systems. Individual workers found that their work-issued laptops were booting to blue screens.
Wow.
The outages could take down Starbucks mobile ordering, God forbid, but also right down to as granular as a single motel in Wyoming. Airlines are obviously taking a beating, making the good point that their networks aren't very agile in the first place, so they're shut down. And this is just, I think, a bit overwhelming for a lot of folks. It's not a cybersecurity incident. CrowdStrike's come out and reported that, but it is an incident that's estimated to come with a $24 billion price tag. $24 billion. That's nuts. So a solution's being worked on right now, and right now there's some blame going on between CrowdStrike and Microsoft, but this is obviously a big one. It's one that we want to continue to watch, and we will do that. So I recommend that everybody go out and do the same. Do a little search, see what you can find, and we will do our best to get an expert on the program to talk a little bit more about exactly what happened and what maybe the long-term impact is going to be, and if this is something we may see again. So did I cover that adequately?
I think you did. Yeah. I mean, as best as we can. There was something interesting this is what I was notified actually from one of my weathermen this morning, because I have those tweets sent to my phone, but this was a fascinating, of course I do, fascinating little GIF or GIF, however you want to call it, but look at all the flights just stopping.
Oh, is that what that is?
That's how it looked this morning. And then all of a sudden there's nothing.
That is crazy. Wow.
I think it's just incredibly scary. I did not realize this. I've been glancing over articles, but the idea that work issued laptops were booting to a blue screen. I mean, I didn't even realize that could happen. I mean, it literally, Windows-based systems are everywhere. So, we're talking major businesses, and then cat's bumping into the computer here. Major businesses on down to single hotels or, individual workers or whatever the case may be. I can't imagine this is something that's going to be patched or repaired or whatever needs to happen anytime soon. No.
Which means this is going to continue. But so far we're at a $24 billion price tag. Out.
That too, you know, that's only going to go up.
Of course. So CrowdStrike's got some questions to answer, and I'm sure they're going to be in the crossfire for a while. So it should be really interesting here in our little world of IT, or our great big world of IT, I guess, to kind of see how this plays out. So stay tuned, keep paying attention to it, and we will do our best to get somebody here to talk a little bit more about it. If not on Friday, maybe at some point next week, even, because this is such a breaking story.
Yeah, whenever they're available, we're ready to chat.
That's right. We always are. All right. So working on a solution, as we said, and that's about it for that. Or that's about it for the CrowdStrike outage. We wanted to share a few other items just from MyCC to kind of keep you updated and fill you in. Patricia, you want to hit the next point?
I can, but actually I just had did we ever show off our new website?
I think that we did, but why don't we do it?
Yeah, I want to show you guys our new website because I think it's just rad, as the kids say. It's got everything you need. I mean, I always hate to just send people directly to our website, but that's all of our frequently asked questions. You know, seriously, just go check out the website. It's incredible. Obviously, there's a lot on here about being new to IT, or if you're already a professional, it takes you to certain places, and whether or not this is a completely new space for you, or if you've done this before and you want to upskill and learn more. But yeah, I think this just looks so cool.
So I think with the lesson here, obviously, or what the lesson here is as well, our website was updated. You know, we updated it a few years ago, but you have to have a fresh look. You have to have a fresh feel. You have to keep up with what's going on. And our creative and our web team does a great job of that. And they identified that it was time to update once again. So This was easier to use, you know, all the things that, you know, it's easier to use. It's faster. It's easier to find information. And if you're new to IT, you can go find the programs that you can enroll in. And if you're an IT pro, as Patricia's showing you, you can find ways to go and upskill, and you can do it all pretty quickly. And then, you know, that free career evaluation, which is so popular, is on the front page and front and center. So, and that's obviously a very easy thing to do to determine where you are in your career and how we can help you out. So if you're interested, go take a spin. It's a pretty cool site, but we are obviously a touch biased as well.
Touch biased. Just a touch
idea.
biased.
Good idea. All right. What's next?
Of course, I always have to brag about our socials, our social media channels. Definitely follow us over there, and definitely keep up, because we are always posting stuff too about recent events. So that's a way to keep up with what we are discussing, not just for you guys, but also over here on our team. I mean, we're always chatting about stuff happening in the IT space as well. So, you know, I post on the TikTok page predominantly, and use those videos also to post on Facebook and YouTube. But I love to do some article reviews for you guys, give you some advice on resume tips, you know, job tips, what the experts are saying in the field. So definitely go follow us on TikTok. And of course, we're everywhere else too, Instagram and YouTube as well. And of course, as you know, these lives get posted to all these socials as well for you to view whenever you feel like it. So we do have a backlog of stuff. If you would like to go check it out, I think the best place to do that actually is the YouTube, because it's in like a nice little playlist folder for you. So if you're curious as to what else we've discussed on this page and what other professionals we've spoken to, definitely go look at that. So yeah, give us a follow on the socials, and
I'll brag a little bit. I'll brag a little bit on Patricia's behalf. We launched TikTok a year ago, a little over. And you know, it takes a little while to launch a social channel, but it's one of our best performing channels, if not our best performing channel right now. So Patricia develops a lot of great content, stuff that's fun to watch, stuff that's educational. So certainly, if you are on TikTok, go ahead and follow, and it's a lot of content that's useful for you.
Thank you.
You know, I can honestly say as well, on all of our other channels, we love to hear about you. We love to hear about our students and our grads and what's going on in your lives. You know, post a sentence, post a couple of updates. Let us know that you got that promotion. Let us know that, you know, your family is expanding, whatever the case may be. We love to see, and we love to share those things. And we may just hit you up for a testimonial as well. So just FYI, we just continue to be involved because it's always great to see.
Love testimonials. Love testimonials. Love hearing from you guys. I don't care if it's something as small as you've added a new puppy or kitten to the family.
Right.
We want to see it.
Yeah. Take a picture, by the way, if it's a puppy or a kitten.
Please do. Actually, yes. All the cats. You can.
That's
I'll give you my
content.
email. I'll give you my email if you want to send directly just the cat pictures to me.
She's not kidding, by the way. That is very, very honest. All right. We have another quick update. We have developed our first newsletter. And that newsletter will be in your inboxes very soon. It's just going through the process. So the newsletter is called, ready for it, Get Into IT. Hey, looky there. And it's going to follow kind of a similar format as this. It's going to have buckets of content that hopefully you're interested in. We are looking for feedback once that hits your inbox. So always let us know what you're thinking or what you'd like to see in terms of content. But it's a very easy to read format, and hopefully that's engaging. That'll be every month. Once it actually does go through the process and go out, it'll then go to your inbox every 4 weeks, and we'll have some fun there as well, and hopefully some offers and a few contests for you to kind of keep things going. So just so you know, look out for that. Our Get Into IT newsletter will be dropping soon, as the kids say. You said rad, I said dropping. Look it up.
Rad. I feel like rad is a little dated, right? I'm pretty
sure dropping is too. Yeah.
I think we're behind already.
We're both mid at this point.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, that one I think is up to date, but I can't keep up. I'm now at that age where I'm like, you know what?
Look at me. Are you kidding me? You know how hard
I know, but I feel like when you're a certain age, though, you're always up to date with those things. Now I'm, inching closer and closer to not being able to keep up.
I was back in Ohio for the 4th of July, and I said mid, and one of the younger folks in my family laughed right at me. Said, you're a little too old to use mid.
Too old to use it?
Apparently.
Tell them you're trying to keep up.
No, I think maybe it seems a little desperate, and I think that's fair. So I need to park mid, even though I just said it out to everyone. All right. Speaking of Get Into IT, speaking of the program, next week, folks, we are going to be joined once again by James Stanger from CompTIA. James is going to do kind of a deep dive into the CompTIA courses that we offer. He's going to talk a little bit about what you can learn, how to navigate those, provide some tips and advice on, finding success. We know that that's in some cases the first 2 courses you're going to take. And it really is foundational knowledge that you'll use throughout your career. So really looking forward to hearing what James has to say about what they're offering. And there he is.
This was our conversation, with James, and it was great. So I definitely head on over to the YouTube and check it out. It's one of our more popular post-live videos, so excited to have him back.
Yeah, completely agreed. And I did send him a note this morning just to confirm, and we should be all good. So we will see you certainly here next Friday with James. And I think one last little note that Patricia and I wanted to touch on August 3rd, so in just a couple of weeks, 1,645 folks are going to virtually walk across the stage and graduate, and we can't wait to see that. So that the broadcast is on our YouTube channel, and it's also shared on LinkedIn and elsewhere as well. But YouTube's really where we broadcast, and our whole team, Patricia and I, and a couple of other folks, will be there. We'll be in those rooms. We'll be talking to you, and I think it's one of the highlights of our quarter is seeing all of the comments and seeing all of your smiling faces and all of your excitement for really hitting a massive goal. And please know it is a massive goal. Not everyone can do what you did. So show up, celebrate, bring energy, and we will help you do that.
And absolutely post pictures of you with your family to tag us, send us videos, whatever social media platform you use, we will see it. But if you're having a celebration, if you're having cake, if you're having balloons, or somebody brought you balloons, whatever, we would love to see that. Please post it and tag us. This is huge. It means 1,645. That's an amazing number. We would love to see how you guys are celebrating this, because this is a huge accomplishment.
Great point. And we will share those. Share those. So absolutely. That's a really good point.
Bonus points if animals are involved in the pictures.
Are you getting a theme here, folks? You go to the head of the class and it's cats. All right. So that's really all we wanted to do today. We really worked hard to get somebody on to talk about this outage, but just couldn't do it. So
that's the update. Go check out that outage. Read about it as IT professionals and future IT professionals. We'd love to hear what you think about what's going on, and we'll keep digging into it as well and see if we can't get somebody on our end to talk a little bit more about it. But a lot going on at MyCC. I'm sure there's a lot going on in your lives as well. So thank you for joining us. We will certainly see you here next week. I hope everybody has a great weekend. Patricia, thanks for jumping in kind of last minute. Obviously, I hope you have a good weekend as well. And if there's nothing else that you want to share, I think that will cover it.
Nothing else I want to share. I'm just quickly posting the link for the Ars Technica article that we were referencing in the comments. So that is in the comments for you guys to check out.
Perfect. All right. We'll put a bow on it. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you here next week.
Bye.
All right. Bye.